Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So to start off my YouTube channel, actually I kind of wanted to do like a welcome video and kind of introduce myself and kind of what this channel is going to be about. For a long time, my heart has been for racial reconciliation and Black history, just the education, things that we may not have been taught, in school. And my heart for this channel is for us to have that reconciliation. And so, anyway, this kind of started off a long time ago, really, where this has been stirring in my heart. I lived in Sanford, Florida when the Trayvon Martin shooting happened. And I just remember there being... I actually heard about Trayvon Martin on the radio when I was driving. I hadn't heard about it until one day when I was in the car listening to the radio. And I remember feeling this grief come over me, thinking like, oh my gosh, this happened in my own city and this is national news, and I had no idea because I don't watch news. Like, have y'all watched news? It's depressing. After there was times where I wanted to speak up, and I have spoken up about race, and honestly I was shot down sometimes, and so I just decided not to talk about it as much as I probably would have liked to, especially not on a public forum like Facebook, because you know how Facebook is. But Ahmaud Arbery happened, and I started to talk more and started to research more, started to read more, just about race in our country. And then George Floyd happened, and I feel like that really hit the fan, with police brutality and just allowing people to speak out, but not even to speak out, really to learn as well. And I don't speak for all Black people. I'm me. I don't claim to be the voice for the Black community. I won't ever do that. If I do, correct me, because it's definitely not my goal here. Also, I don't believe that, in blaming white people for, pointing the finger. I'm a believer. My husband's a pastor. And I do believe that we are fighting a battle of evil with the enemy, but I also believe that we have to understand where our brothers and sisters are coming from. So out of this YouTube page, I'm really hoping to sit down with people, talk to different people of different races, and them share their stories and experiences, so that we can open up and have the tough conversation about race. I do believe that we're in a season right now where our hearts, a majority of people's hearts who want to be allies and want to serve their brothers and sisters better of the Black community, I do believe that we are in a season right now where there is good soil in the ground, and people are ready to listen. They're ready to hear. They're ready to have the tough conversation. And I just want to be able for us to talk, be able for us to learn, be able for us to understand Black history, American history when it pertains to Black people and our experiences. I believe that having those experiences, sharing those experiences would open up the race conversation, for us to understand what we've all been through. I do believe that the goal here is to find common ground so that we can join together and lock arms, that we have more in common than we actually think. But I do understand that in order to serve each other better, in order to understand where we're coming from, we need to be an ear. We need to listen. And like I said, I don't claim to be the voice for all Black people. I can share with you my experiences. I can share with you my family's experiences that we've had with race. Just in this last week, there have been people who, because I'm so outspoken, there have been people, who are actually learning so much in this time and who want to know, who want to learn. And I hope to provide that for you. I hope that I'm able to, not just me, but like I said, with other people, provide the race conversation. It's going to be uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you that right now. This conversation is not going to be easy. It's going to be uncomfortable for everyone involved, but I do know that we need to have the conversation for us to move forward, for history not repeat itself, for us to learn about systemic oppression and racism, for us to learn about things like the Tulsa Massacre, Rosewood, for us to learn about Seneca Village, for us to learn about those things in history to gain an understanding of where we are and who we are and why we feel or think the way that we do. I do believe that understanding our history and understanding where we come from, that would help gain some understanding. And I believe this is going to be a journey. I don't believe that once this all dies down that we should stop. I believe that it doesn't stop. And to be honest with you, I don't want our kids, my kids, to have this conversation when they're 31. I don't want them to have to fight this battle and have to protest things that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and our ancestors were protesting. I think of our older generation, my in-laws who were in their 70s, my grandmother who's in her 80s, that were having the same battle 40 years ago. This is unreal, but we're here and we're going to talk about it. I love you guys. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on Friday. How was that?